Hi, everybody. It's me, Kinyatta, and welcome back to part 7 of the story that I have been telling you all about how I discovered my mom's true identity through ancestry DNA after her passing. And so if you've missed parts 1 through 6, you can see them either here on Facebook or either on TikTok. So thank you for engaging with me and thank you for being interested in my story. So I'm going to jump right into it. All right, guys. So let me start off with the reality. Absolutely no one was looking for my mom. No one was looking for my mom because they didn't know that my mom existed, right? So on my end, when I discovered these DNA results and these individuals that were coming up with these high CM numbers on my ancestry DNA results and my mom's, I'm like, oh my God, I have found them, right? On their end, when they are seeing me and my mom come up on their ancestry DNA results, it is an anomaly. They are like, who are these people? Why are they coming up so closely related to us? What's going on? So this is the beginning of the realization of something that may be a family secret. Okay, guys, so stick with me. My mother was the last child birthed by her biological mother to the best of my knowledge, making her essentially the baby of their family, right? However, my mother was also the only child that was adopted out. She was the only child completely separated from the family. So no one knew about her, right? So my mom has both biological brothers and biological sisters, which means I have a host of biological cousins. The biological cousin that I have been working with, who has been very kind, patient, and very welcoming, her name is Sharita. Sharita's mom was showing up on our DNA, right? Sharita's mom was showing up as my aunt and the biological sister to my mom. So now this is really exciting. I'm really interested. I am this close to meeting a biological family member related to me and my mom, right? So me and Sharita had made plans to meet so that I could meet her mother, right? And so this was over the summer when all of this was going down. And for some reason, those plans fell through. But every week after that, when I start to look at my schedule, I'm like, okay, I need to call Sharita so that we can get this on a schedule so that I can meet her mom, so I can see her mom. So and this went on for a couple of weeks up until late October. So now we're in November of this year, and I still remember, again, I need to hook up with Sharita. I need to call Sharita. I remember it being the beginning of the week, November 9th. I'm like, okay, I need to call Sharita. It was really heavy again on November 10th. I need to text Sharita. Life happens. I didn't text Sharita. So November 11th, I get a text from Sharita, and I just saw that I had a message from Sharita. I was like, oh my God, we're on the same page. Okay, this is it. We're going to hook up. I take a minute to look at the text, and Sharita is informing me that her mother suddenly passed away. So in that moment, I am feeling the heaviness and the weight and the pain of what I know Sharita is feeling after having suddenly, with no warning, no expectation, she suddenly lost her mom. I know what that pain is like, right? And I'm also equally feeling the pain of regret for not having seen, touched, hugged, felt, heard my mother's only living biological relative, because all of her other biological brothers and sisters have passed. So if you're still listening to this story, thank you so much for hanging in there. I am getting ready to, as I always say, land this plane. So for the last 20 years before their passing, my mom and her biological sister, her only biological living sister, Ava, before their passing, they lived only 5 to 10 miles apart. So in closing, I want to offer these thoughts to you, and I am going to be looking at my notes. So your DNA discovery could be extraordinary news to you, but a nightmare and a revelation of closely guarded family secrets to others. So I will caveat this by saying in some cases, not all, your emergence in the lives of people who were never looking for you could disrupt and dismantle everything they thought true about their family composition. And you have to be willing to walk away and be okay with that if you are not accepted. Most people think it's like the movies that, they'll discover who you are. They'll invite you over to this big family dinner. Everyone will have gifts. And then there's Big Mama at the head of the table that's going to say, "Welcome home, baby." That's only in the movies in most cases. So I have no desire to meet anyone else. I have no desire to try to integrate into anyone else's family. Sharita and I have formed a really tight bond through our frantic DNA searches, the search angels, the sleepless nights, and now the shared passing of our mothers. So you may be asking, why, Kinyatta? Why did you search for these answers? And it's very simple. My mother always wanted to know who she really was and where she really came from. And as her daughter, finding out this information was my final act of love.